So it would appear that this movie was originally called Crossing the Line, which I think is a bit more descriptive and more symbolic too. And I feel like it actually relates to the story here in more than one way, which to me at least makes it a better title than Little Woods. But I guess that works too. It's a small town in North Dakota where this takes place. No idea why they changed it, but hey, there you go. A little bit of a fun fact. And what we have here is another movie with Tessa Thompson and Lily James, both of whom I feel like have virtually been in everything in these last few years. But in this, they're both living small town working class lives, struggling to get by. And Lily James' character is actually a single mother on top of it. Meanwhile, Tessa Thompson's character is an ex-con who's only got a few days left on her probation. And the plot basically revolves around these two and their efforts to keep their mom's old house, trying their best not to let it go into foreclosure where the bank would get it back, which turns out to be a bit of a challenge and there are some obstacles in the way. So they'll have to find ways of dealing with all of that, legal or otherwise. And you know what? I love the two main performances. They're just so natural and pretty much 100% believable to me. And those are basically what kept me engaged and invested. That's not to say the story is bad, it's not. I found it to be pretty compelling. But it's not reinventing the wheel and it didn't really have that many twists and turns either. It works, it's perfectly fine, I had no issues with it. But it's not the most creative thing I've seen either. And I guess that goes for the technical aspects in general too. It's a very well directed and shot movie. I don't really have any complaints. It's just competent all around with no glaring issues or anything like that. In fact, I don't think I have anything negative in my notes at all, not even nitpicks. But at the same time, I also don't have a lot of notes, period. I don't know, it was just a very enjoyable movie to me. But it didn't really make me think that much, and it didn't really surprise me either. It does explore the whole small town unemployment and drug addiction issue, and it does point out how absurdly expensive medical care in the US can be. And it deals with the extreme measures people can be forced to take to cope with those things. There's even an issue here that's very topical at the moment, relating to a new law in a certain state. But I feel like it just kind of touches on those subjects, more than dives deep into them. And it doesn't seem to take a very strong stance either on any of them. Which is fine, but again, I just wouldn't call this a particularly thought-provoking movie. But on the other hand, at least it deals with real issues that real people can relate to and that do affect millions. And maybe that's why I liked it as much as I did, because it's very relatable. Most people probably know what it's like to struggle sometimes. Even if their situation is very different from this one, the feeling is the same. And the character writing and the acting just sell it so well. It also doesn't spoon-feed you any information through unnecessary exposition. It treats you as an intelligent adult who can put two and two together. But that's about it. I don't have much else to say about this one. I don't think it's gonna blow anyone away, but I personally liked it quite a bit. And these might be my favorite performances by both Lily James and Tessa Thompson. Just very natural and understated, but believable and engaging. So would I recommend it? Yeah, I think it's very much worth a look. So perhaps give it a peek, or don't. You don't have to. I'm not your dad. But I am trying to sell out, so consider liking, subbing, hitting that bell and supporting me on Patreon. Because I really need to get myself a fancy new mobile home. And hey, why not drop a comment below or check out another review? I'd appreciate it. Thanks.